People believe you have to be of a certain skin color, ethnicity, race, whatever you want to call it, to be able to serve God, okay? But that's far from the truth. I was having dinner with one of the pastors from my church a couple weeks ago, and he brought something to my attention that I completely overlooked. God actually used a non-Israelite, a non-Jew prophet named Balaam to bless the 12 tribes of Israel in Moab. He's the only prophet in the Old Testament that's a non-Jew, non-Israelite, and had a direct line of communication with the Most High. Balak, the king of Moab, was petrified that the 12 tribes of Israel were camped in his land. He was scared because he knew the Lord was with him because he just brought them out of Egypt. So Balak had the princes of Moab travel very far to Pethor to find Balaam. He wanted Balaam to curse Israel, and he offered his house full of silver and gold for him to do so. And Balaam is an interesting prophet because you can tell from the context when reading it that he did want the money, he did care for what Balak had to offer, but he ended up blessing the 12 tribes of Israel 3 times just as God commanded, and going against Balak's wishes. And I'm going to read you Numbers 23 verse 5 through 11. And the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, return to Balak, and thus you shall speak. And he returned to him, and behold, he and all the princes of Moab were standing beside his burnt offering. And Balaam took up his discourse and said, from Aram Balak has brought me, the king of Moab from the eastern mountains. Come curse Jacob for me, and come denounce Israel. How can I curse whom God has not cursed? How can I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? From the top of the crags I see him, from the hills I behold him. Behold a people dwelling alone, and not counting itself among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number the 4th part of Israel? Let me die the death of the upright, and let my end be like this. And Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and behold, you have done nothing but bless them. And he answered and said, must I not take care to speak what the Lord puts in my mouth? So there you have it, guys. This proves that God can use anyone he chooses. Jesus Christ is for anyone that loves him and accepts him and wants a relationship with him. Don't let anybody tell you different. And the passages about Balaam are great. I encourage you to read it all in context. It'll be Numbers 22 through 24. God bless y'all.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, Shem, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nation, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kabakub coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we're going to be talking about this. I will say, just like right quick, I have to say, this is new. I guess how new that for once I've seen a Christian that actually, get the full not full context, not because he did leave out some context and he doesn't fully understand this, but he said, oh well, look at this stuff. Look at the this is the entire chapter, and he actually encouraged the people to actually read the entire chapter. But and the reason why I say that, because the last time I made a video like this, well, no, not the last time, but a couple months ago or whatever, I had made another video where there's this one YouTube channel, AI YouTube channel, whatever, that was making a story, and they basically lied on the scripture, and they didn't say where they got the story from. They were just saying, oh, the Bible's so bad, the Bible did this, or someone in the Bible did this, the Bible's so terrible, the Bible's so evil, God X, Y, and Z and whatever, rather than actually showing the full context, which was, I think it was in the first 3 or 5 verses of the chapter, and it was basically in Judges where I think the Levite man, he had his concubine. Basically, it's something bad happened to his concubine. I'm not gonna. This video is not about that, so I'm gonna move on. But I definitely did make a lesson on that. If I find it, then I'll maybe find it, link in the description. But anyway, focusing on this. All right, the thing here is that yes, what's it called? The Lord. He said that let me actually get it. Slakia, the freaking
relationship with him. So there you have it, guys. This proves that God can use anyone he chooses. Jesus Christ is.
So yeah, that's basically what I want to get into. Where he said, Yahawah, yeah, he didn't say Yahweh obviously, but he said God can use anyone he chooses, and I absolutely agree. Yahawah can in fact use anyone he wants for any purpose he so desires. All right, and let me actually get this over here in I wasn't gonna get this, but not that, but I want to get this Romans 9. Romans 9 verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, doeth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Basically, the thing here is that the Lord has power over the clay, and he set vessels to be vessels of wrath, meaning that a vessel that's waiting for destruction, because a vessel that's made for destruction, like say for example, those target practice things where people shoot it and they destroy it and whatnot. It's that thing is created specifically for that purpose and whatnot. And then there's also vessels fitted for, as well as like a toilet. A toilet is specifically made for dishonorable use, as well as another the opposite of that, where a trophy is made to be admired. A trophy is made to symbolize this person has prestige or achieved a great accomplishment. So these are the two separate things, and the Lord Yahawadah did that, and he showed that yes, we there are people that I made for wrath as well as honor, as for honor and for dishonor. All right, that's basically the thing, and no one is saying that the Lord can't use anyone he wants, but this whole Balaam thing, the story about Balaam, that does not mean that Balaam is going to receive salvation. That does not mean that now Balaam is an honorary Israelite and whatnot. That did not happen. That's not the thing. All right. And the stuff to understand is that, let me get this. John chapter 4 verse 22. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. I don't know how many times I've brought this out again, but just once again, salvation is not for everyone. Salvation is only for the Israelites. All right. So because that Balaam is not an Israelite, then that means that it's not for him. But yet you have so many people that are trying to find some sort of way to say, Yahawadah is for everyone, this, that, third, X, Y, and Z, and whatnot, when that is not biblical. It's not scriptural. All right. Now, for Romans 1 verse 25, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. And that's the thing, where people are constantly trying to change the truth, constantly trying to change what the Israelites have been brought to restore. All right, because what is the truth? The truth is that the fact of the matter is that the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites. Okay. Does the Lord use other nations? Absolutely, and he can. They are his creations, but that does not mean that the Lord is now offering salvation to just anyone. And even then, because that was the thing, when it comes to other quote unquote other nations receiving salvation, those other nations are still Israelites, because Israelites by the flesh. And when I say Israel by the flesh, I mean someone. I always go back to this. Tracy Ellis Ross. She's an example of an Edomite. Okay, she looks so-called black skin, but you can Google her yourself. I'm not gonna Google her anymore. She looks like a so-called black woman, but she's actually an Edomite. What's his name? Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, Logic. All these people, those three guys are Israelites because their father are so-called black men, but their mother, but they look like Edomites. Their skin is white and stuff like that. So it's not about your skin color. And we and I keep on. I'm speaking for myself. I have to keep on emphasizing that your appearance does not matter. There are people that look Chinese but are actually Israelites. There are people that look Indian, that look Middle Eastern, that look whatever, but they're actually Israelites because their father's bloodline goes all the way back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and that's what makes you an Israelite, not your appearance. So there can be people that look Chinese, look like an Edomite, look like a Middle Eastern, Indian, whatever, but in actuality, they are Israelites. All right, now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hold on, where was it? Oh yeah. Let me actually not get this first. Let me get this first. Psalm 17 verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Basically, this is another example where the Lord is using Slakia. Basically, this is an example where YAHAWAH is calling the wicked his sword. So the wicked, the people that are evil, the people that are going around killing people or whatever and stuff like that, they are the sword of YAHAWAH. All right. So as a result of that, this is the Lord directly using the wicked for his purpose. All right. There's nothing else that goes into it. Next, Romans chapter 13 verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resists the powers, resists the ordinances of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Okay, so all the power that's above us, all right, they are ordained from YAHAWASHI. So YAHAWASHI set the wicked to be in power, all right, and they are doing the will of YAHAWASHI. It's the will of YAHAWASHI to do all this stuff for a time, and then YAHAWASHI is going to judge all these people and destroy, and eventually destroy them, and put the righteous in power. All right, soon. So now, Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 7. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nation, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. Verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. Wilt thou say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man, and no God, in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Okay? So basically, the thing here is that the Lord is going to send people to send people. And that's a key thing. The Lord's going to send people to destroy people. And so that's why, again, that's the Lord using other people, or using people, not other people, it's lucky, but using people. Well, other people in the sense of non-Israelites or Israelites, in order to humble down certain people. All right, and that's the thing where the Lord gives power unto the wicked in order to judge someone that goes off against his will. All right, and then I guess I didn't really need to have this, but I guess I'll just say it. I'll read it anyway. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken. So that's basically it, where this automatically disqualifies a whole nation, and goes to show that this whole thing of people thinking that the Lord is offering salvation to everyone, that's just not the case, and that's impossible, because this whole nation, this whole ethnicity, all right, is disqualified from receiving salvation. So as a result, yes, the Lord can use anyone he wants, but everyone will not be receiving salvation. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Shem Yahawashi, Shem Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Ababa Ball, and Shalom.